Hello, and welcome to Zetatech. It would be our pleasure to help you with any of your cyberware needs. My name is Jason. How may I help you today? You are interested in procuring some cyberware? May I ask, is this your first time visiting one of our locations? I see that you lack a neuroport. I take it then that you are finally deciding to make the switch? Well, I'd be happy to go over some of the options with you. Would you have some time available? Ah, wonderful. Now, please let me confirm our current schedules to see if there is an opening. Well, it must be your lucky day. Trauma team has notified us that the client that was scheduled for the next hour won't be able to attend. That does mean, though, that there is an opening available for you right now for our consultation services. Would you be interested? Excellent. Please enter the room on your left and have a seat. I'll be with you shortly. Firstly, on behalf of Zetatech, thank you for choosing us for your cyberware consultations. Are you familiar at all with our services and products at all? I see. Would you like to hear more? Certainly. Zetatech started from humble beginnings, specializing in computer hardware design. All manner of drones, AVs, cars, both civilian and military, utilized Zetatech hardware for their purposes. Since the end of the Fourth Corporate War, we have grown exponentially and now provide our high-quality technology to all megacorporations and consumers. We abide by a strict neutrality policy, providing our products to all who are interested. This policy is still upheld in each of our clinics, as we offer a variety of cyberware from all manufacturers, alongside our own personal line of cyberware. It is no small feat that you'll find Zetatech hardware in some form or another in other companies' cyberware such as CyberArms, CyberLegs, and Neuralware. Now, once again, may I ask which particular pieces of cyberware you are looking to procure? I see. Those are some rather high-end pieces. However, I regret to inform you that none of those items will be compatible without a neuroport. Well, cyberware installation is a multi-layered process. Thanks to innovations by Rocklin Augmentics during the Red decades, all cyberware from Generation 3 and onwards requires a neuroport to function. The neuroport acts as a power supply for all other cyberware, unlike Gen 2 cyberware and older, which demand power supplies be built in. The neuroport also interfaces with all connected cyberware, acting as a processing unit and allowing for a direct connection to your brain, allowing for a seamless meeting of man and machine. The neuroport on its own also provides a wealth of convenience as well. They come with an integrated biomonitor that keeps track of your vitals and can automatically connect to trauma team or any other healthcare professional. An integrated holophone removes the need for handheld agents of times past. A built-in heads-up display enables access to one's vitals, location data, and visualization of callers directly on your retinas, rather than requiring bulky virtuality goggles or the removal of your current eyes for cyber ones. Overall, we have made quite a few leaps in cyberware convenience thanks to the invention of the neuroport. Now, as for our current predicament, Zetatech no longer provides cyberware older than Gen 3. Because of this, you will have to use a neuroport and have it installed before any other cyberware. Though, perhaps there is a silver lining to this, seeing as you are currently unaugmented. You can see how life with cyberware can improve your life during the adjustment period, and then we can proceed to install these items you are looking for at future appointments. Would you be interested in the installation of a neuroport? Wonderful. Now, please relax and get comfortable in the chair while I prepare the requisite forms and tools. Now, before we get started, there are a couple of legal disclaimers that I must state beforehand. Zetatech reserves the right to utilize any and all biomonitor information accessed in any cyberware installation procedures for research and data collection purposes. Zetatech is not responsible for any cyberpsychosis or cyberpsychosis-related symptoms associated with installation of new cyberware. Zetatech is not liable for any faulty cyberware that is not presented within 24 hours of installation, nor are they liable for any issues with cyberware/neuroport compatibility. By complying with any and all procedures that occur at this Zetatech location, you declare that you agree with all terms and services and allow Zetatech technicians to have full access to your full medical history for the purposes of current and future procedures. If you comply with these terms, simply say yes. Thank you. I have successfully recorded that interaction and will attach it to your file. Given that you do not have a personal link or anything to access your medical history, do you have any pieces of identification for us to verify your identity and access your medical history? Thank you. I must say, this is a rather old-fashioned way of doing things, but there are some nice things about doing it the old-fashioned way. Of course, this is a mere formality. Via that recording from earlier, I have already completed a full background history check on you to ensure there will be no problems with the procedure. Though, being able to compare it with a physical ID card is reassuring. Thank you. Now that we are done with all the paperwork, why don't you have a look at our fine selection of starting cyberware while I get my tools prepared? Please let me know if you have any questions. Yes, as mentioned prior, we do offer third-party options for neuroports. Though I can wholeheartedly recommend the Zetatech line of neuroports. While our price is slightly more expensive than other models, at €1,000, I can ensure that our models provide the most comfortable, safe, and unobtrusive cyberware control packages. We also offer discounted maintenance and therapy services should you find adjusting to life with a neuroport difficult. Excellent choice. Now, this is a somewhat invasive procedure, as I will have to directly access your brainstem. Would you prefer general or local anesthesia? General anesthesia will be an additional €500. Well, you see, neuroports are normally installed when you're just a child. Zetatech provides several financing options for families, as we highly encourage the installation of neuroports as early as possible. Surveys and research reports have shown that installation of neuroports later in childhood have resulted in disadvantages in academic performance. Early installation also helps children adjust to the cyberware much easier than it would be, say, if they were an adult. In this case, I can say you are a rare exception in this day and age. However, I assure you that you will be used to the neuroport in no time. Now, I would highly recommend the general anesthesia, given that this is your first installation of cyberware. There have been reports of discomfort over long periods of time when using local anesthesia. I believe the upcharge is worth it for your comfort and safety. Excellent choice. We will reserve the application of anesthesia till the very end. I will briefly explain to you what will occur during this procedure. This here is the neural port. It will be slotted directly into your brain, and the port will remain visible on the side of your head. I will have to shave off a small portion of your hair for it to slot neatly. I will also be carving 2 shard slots into the base of your neck. These allow for direct interfacing with the neural port, allowing you to slot shards as you would into a computer directly into your neck and have them appear in your HUD. Furthermore, a rather invasive procedure, I might add, is the installation of interface plugs in your arm. Would you prefer them in your left arm or your right arm? This plug will reside within your body, under your arm, really, and be a direct connection to the neural port. This allows you to directly interface with other neural ports or other computers, providing root access to the neural port. In layman terms, it allows technicians to easily access your neural port and diagnose any issues that might be in your system. After the installation of the neural port, you will see a sort of boot up screen appear on your eyes, similar to a hologram of sorts. I will begin with the update installations after that. You might still be a bit groggy after the general anesthesia wears off during this process. After which, I highly encourage you to take 2 doses of this air hypo, and another dose in an hour after the procedure is complete. It will help your body get used to the cyberware and will help prevent rejection symptoms. As far as follow-up appointments are concerned, we highly suggest you following up with us 1 week after the procedure, especially if there are continued moments of discomfort or blurry vision as you get used to the neural port. After your follow-up appointment, I would be happy once again to discuss future cyberware options, especially the ones you were interested in earlier today. Wonderful. Now, on behalf of all of Zetatech, I would like to say thank you for choosing us. And sweet dreams. I will be applying the general anesthesia now. Now, let's count some sheep. 1 sheep, 2 sheep, 3 sheep, 4 sheep,